Welcome back to Fight Scene Autopsy, baby. The most pedantic deconstruction of sword fighting type fight scenes here on YouTube. And as you might have noticed, this episode is brought to you by Damien Sabers, and I'm going to get to show off some of these cool lightsabers as we go through and break down this fight scene from The Acolyte. And this might be one of my favorite ones from him, particularly because it's two-handed, actual two-handed lightsaber. And look, they're very cool. We have an affiliate link in the description below, and I'll get to show off different lightsabers as we go through this. So I don't do Fight Scene Autopsy to every single sword fight there is around there. I particularly like breaking down the Star Wars one because they have some of the really flashy fight scenes. But no, I don't do everything. In fact, I approach Fight Scene Autopsy in the way that's, you kind of want to do an autopsy, like a scalpel. And I'm selective, and then we go very precise and cut right down to the core. Most of what we'll be assessing is the functional validity of the moves, to see how realistic they are, as well as balanced against how well it looks. The main purpose of all the fight scene autopsies that I've ever done is to try and demonstrate that you can actually choreograph a fight scene with far more realistic moves and still have it look brilliant. And even if you just wanted to go for the flashy stuff, there's a lot of silly mistakes that could be avoided, which rips you out of the fight scene, especially when people just leave themselves open. Someone could have easily ended the fight right then, and those mistakes, they really ruin the quality and your ability to be invested in the fight. So recently, I have sensed a disturbance in the Force. Indeed, comments on the interwebs have been saying that the fight scenes in Episode 5 of The Acolyte are the best Star Wars have ever made. And ironically, they've been saying it's been better than Duel of the Fates or Obi-Wan versus Anakin from Revenge of the Sith. And those fights are brilliant. I have a fight scene autopsy breaking down Obi-Wan vs. Anakin, as well as Luke vs. Vader from Empire Strikes Back, and of course The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, which are some of the worst Star Wars fight scenes we have ever seen. So, where does Acolyte Episode 5 fall in its quality? Is it the best we've ever seen? Well, we're gonna break it down in detail, because that's what we do here on Fight Scene Autopsy, and find out just how good it really is. Do you see that? So cool. So the fighting kind of kicks off with Osha just seeing some flashes through trees. You can't really see anything here, so I would not call this good. It's just lightsabers hitting each other. Okay, now we get the first close-up, and already we have a bit of a problem. You see, I call him Smilo Ren because of that awful-looking helmet. All right, he is attacking a Jedi off to the side, but what about this guy right here? He's just hanging back, already. That's not a good sign. From the very beginning, Smilo is just completely open, and this guy right here, I like to place myself kind of in the position, just go, kill him, right there. I mean, he's open. Small thing, not a good start. Okay, so then Smilo turns around. Look at, the guy with the green lightsaber. I don't know what he's aiming at. He's just like, I think we're gonna have to hold a lightsaber the entire time because I'm just gonna be demonstrating. I think I will grab this one. Do you recognize this one? Actually looks really cool. He's just waving it up over top and not really achieving much here. Where is he going? Like Smilo moved off to the side. This guy was just engaging him and is forgetting about him. Smilo's now following. I don't know what's happening. Who is... All right, okay, this guy. What are you aiming for? He's just moving right past Smilo, see, he's actually thrusting it. So he's thrusting his lightsaber this way. Turned off. Ooh, back on. And literally aiming for nothing. Not a good sign. Okay, just a quick note about Damien Sabers. They got all the features you would want. Collision, when you turn it off. It actually travels down. There are a lot of settings, presets. They're all motion controlled. Look, I'll go to another preset. New Horizon? Let's check out New Horizon. Ooh. Check that out. That turned on cool. All right. Little too flashing for me, so new one.
The Dark Sword.
Dark Sword. It's made to look like the Darksaber. Got the sound effects. All right, new preset.
The assassin.
All right, so check out Damien's Sabers. We have an affiliate link. They honestly make brilliant gifts. I've given one to my son for his birthday, Luke's, of course, and he loved it. All right, back to the Acolyte. Okay, so this is one of the issues I have here. You see this guy right here, all right? Smilo has his back to him, completely open. And instead of killing Smilo, what does he do? He just disappears. He goes off screen. Smilo's completely open. He could kill him at this point, and is just kind of doing nothing. Sorry if I'm blocking that. It's stuff like this that rips me out of a fight scene and ruins my investment. When I see, like, this is a multiple person fight scene, right? And so Smilo is taking on multiple people, and the person that is not engaging directly, what are they doing? When they're just standing doing nothing? It's very sloppy, and this is just the beginning. Okay, first hit comes in, hits nothing but air. Look, sometimes you can miss your timing, that's fine. Second hit, what is he blocking with? What is happening there? He comes in, his hand doesn't, what? Okay, so Smilo should be dead. That clearly should have hit him. He doesn't deflect with his lightsaber. He doesn't hit it with his helmet or arm. And then he gets kicked. Sorry, this is dumb. All right. One of my big pet peeves in fight scenes is when your opponent or anyone is open enough for you to land a blow. And in this one, the Jedi is open enough for Smilo to just kick. He had a full boot in. If he could have landed a boot, he could have landed a strike with a lightsaber, killed him right then. I hate it when someone in a fight scene resorts to using a limb and an unarmed attack when they're holding a weapon and they could have just hit them with the weapon. Okay, so someone comes in, misses what is that? Smilo's open, misses completely. Look, this is not good. All right, so he misses first shot. Smilo brings up, now they clash. Oh, this is Mophead. Okay. Pushes to the side. Gets kicked again! So you could have just used your lightsaber. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now Jedi comes in from behind. I don't know what he was aiming for. Smilo does kind of like a hanging guard block. It has auto turn on. Ooh, that's cool. Hanging guard block. This Jedi, oh wow, that is bad. So he comes down in this big sweeping attack like thing, right? But then completely exposes his back. He's swinging down and he goes like this, right? And Smilo then just runs him through. This guy deserves to die because what he did was one of the most noobish mistakes around, like when you overswing to that point and just present your back to your opponent, right? He deserves to die, but this is the thing. This is supposed to be a trained Jedi Knight, okay? Really bad. He'll be able to walk that off. That's not a death wound in Disney Star Wars these days. I don't know what... So these... So this Jedi and the other Jedi come in with this double hit attack. It's like, no, if you're going to double, someone goes low, someone go high. Smilo just swings it over top, going under. With this speed, I think I could let this one slide. This one's actually not too bad, but still. Okay. Here we come to something very, very important. The Cortosis. All right? It's a type of metal in Star Wars EU, which for a time was decanonized to my understanding because Cortosis appears in like Knights of the Old Republic and it doesn't do this, okay? Cortosis weaves swords and armor, just means that it could block lightsabers a bit or be resistant to lightsabers. It wouldn't deactivate them. In other parts of the lore, Cortosis does do that, but like I said, it's been interpreted differently. They're going with this interpretation. The mere fact that it was used in different ways in the lore establishes that it's not necessarily a strict thing, and it's not in the mainline canon, the films. But now Disney Star Wars wants to introduce it as a primary element or plot device, in their universe, and this breaks so much of Star Wars. If it is this effective, now, just watch how effective it is, right? Deactivate one hit, headbutts the other, and he was about to kill that Jedi there, but Mr. I hate this haircut, Mott Top comes in and blocks it. And then the Jedis are just stumped because their lightsabers won't turn back on immediately. That's very significant, okay? The amount of time it takes for their lightsabers to turn back on in an actual sword fight is a lifetime, all right? If he could have done that to their lightsabers at any point, it should have been game over from the start. Why is he farting around, fighting lightsabers with them when he could just deactivate their lightsaber, comes in, deactivate, and hit? And yes, I turned it on intentionally because it has that function. But you deactivate, hit. It's so easy, he could have killed it. And they didn't even know he could do this, right? So he had the element of surprise. This undermines everything in this fight scene. Not necessarily, like, there are issues with introducing it, because then why haven't all the other bad guys in this universe been using this? Just for the off chance that they might. By the way, Jedi, they're very common in this point of history in the Star Wars universe, the High Republic, right? And so bad guys might be aware that, there's likelihood I'll come across Jedi, and so they would just have this on the chance that they might come across a Jedi to neutralize their main weapon. Oh, but it's super, super rare. You know what's also super rare? Kyber crystals. Kyber crystals in lightsabers, but they clearly get enough of them to make lots of lightsabers, all right? When rare material is ultra useful, people find a way to get their hands on it and to take out the Jedi's main weapon. Every bad guy in the universe would be trying to get their hands on this stuff. There would be a complete underground industry of trying to source it. Doesn't matter how rare it is. We have rare elements in the world today, like platinum and stuff. The stuff we put in neodymium batteries or something like that. I forget the exact term, the way you say it. But really rare, we find a way to get it, all right? And so this breaks a lot of world building, just introducing it. All right, even if you can say its presence in the universe doesn't matter, it ruins the fight scene because Smilo, he has a win fight move instantly. And the fact that he's doing it now and not leading with it, it's just making him look like a moron. And it ruins every time he is now going to be fighting with a Jedi with his lightsaber. I'm just wondering, dude, you could end it right now. Just use your helmet, use your gauntlet, deactivate lightsabers, bang, kill him right there. It's that easy. Nah, it's annoying. See how long it's taking to turn on? Oh, they did the whole, this way. He did the whole, I hate that. If you see my other fight scene autopsies, the whole cross swords and then just stare at each other. That's called being in the bind with another sword, and you can take advantage of so many things. This is dynamic because you don't hold it statically. It's bad. They don't hold it too long. He pushes it away. Alright. See these moves? Not terrible. That exchange actually half decent, where they're tight, they're presenting their arms forward, it's like bang, 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 bang. And I wonder if people are latching on small little moments like this, where their choreography isn't dog crap, that they think is the best ever. It is tolerable, but it's undermined and ruined by all the other issues we're seeing here. Comes in low, slices him on the leg. Other Jedi's fighting. Okay. The timing is really bad here. I'm going back, all right? The amount of time they show this guy getting hit on the leg to where the Jedis reignite their lightsabers and re-engaged, Mop Top should be dead. That amount of time, easily enough to kill him. They should have edited it so they showed that a Jedi reigniting their lightsabers before he gets hit in the leg, so Smilo doesn't have any time. He just got him in the leg and he has to go and take on the other Jedi. By the way, yes, new lightsaber. This one is, I think, Princess Leia one. I'm not sure if it's from the sequels, but I can appreciate a decent lightsaber. So I specifically got this one. One, I like it, but also I actually like that it's, made to look like it suits a girl. And I think my daughter is going to love using this as well. And so... Ooh. All right. See here, igniting. That is a couple of seconds. The guy should be dead. And now we're back into these exchanges. Ooh. See this. See that. That is called a telegraph, right? Where he goes all the way back. Completely exposed on the front. This Jedi already has his lightsaber. Like, look, it's right there, okay? You're standing, like, right here. Just go up and kill him. Oh, really beautiful bat swing. Aiming, easy block. Other Jedis come in. All right. So, pay attention to this lightsaber here Smilo is turning to engage this other one, and they're hitting air. This is supposed to be a trained Jedi, and they're literally hitting nothing but air. That is, and by the way, yes, sometimes you can miss. That's when you have a very small window and you don't have such a wide opening like this. With a wide opening like this, Smilo should be dead. This is what I mean about the problem with this fight scene. They have a lot of trouble doing any type of choreography when it's more than two people engaged. As soon as you add that third person, they don't know what to do with that third person. They're just flailing about, either doing nothing, going off screen, or hitting air. Look at this. That's unforgivable. Okay? And then he kicks him again! Oh, I can't stand it! Figure it out! Okay, so Smilo, he's got his lightsaber right then. The Jedi is standing, look, he's standing back, like that, right? And he's completely open. So Smilo, he's such a smart guy, right? Instead of just killing him with a lightsaber, bang, he decides, oh, I'm not going to use my lethal weapon, I'm just going to kick you. And if that kick could have landed, the lightsaber could have landed. By the way, look at that, this guy could have chopped off his leg. And then the Jedi behind is just hitting nothing but air. This is crap. And look, the foot kind of connects. It's pretty blurry. Okay, but yeah, the foot kick lands, which means he could have just killed him with his lightsaber. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he spins around. It looks like it's deflecting the other one. What is he? See, the Jedi should be dead. He's not even blocking, no defense. And then Smilo just purposefully misses. Oh, there's a lot of that so far. This isn't good. And then, oh, he finally gets the hit in. He misses the first one. Even look at this other Jedi. It's just, anyway, comes down, misses, and then decides to kill him with the second shot. And see, look, see this other lightsaber? I'm going to get closer. See this other lightsaber right here? Watch what happens with this other lightsaber. Nothing. See, it could have moved. She could have just got and killed him. Do you see what I mean about they don't know what to do with that third person as soon as they have more than two? Oh my gosh. What happened there? They missed completely. If they had a sound effect at this point right here, it would have looked like he deflected, but they don't have a sound effect or a spark, so the lightsabers actually don't connect. And then he's open. He should be dead. Free hit, right? Okay. I need to point out another thing, right? See all the errors that I'm pointing out, even this, like we're not even into the fight scene that much, okay? Compare that to Obi-Wan versus Anakin. There was very little for me to complain about with stuff like this. That's why that one is a really good fight scene with really tight, great choreographed moves. And this one, so far, is dog crap. Okay, and so, yeah, she misses. She deserves to die. What is she aiming at? Like, this shit right here. She's aiming for the roof. She's like, your opponent is in front of you, lady. And she just completely flailed. Oh, that's sad. That is really bad. Okay. This is where Smilo force pulls this other Jedi, and he gets impaled. It's like, I thought Jedi could resist that type of force pulling. I know they get if the Jedi or Sith or whatever are particularly strong, like Dooku, yeah, he could like use some force powers against him. I guess Smilo is just that tough. But if he is that tough to just force pull the Jedi, again, he could do that any time. He could just throw them into a tree and knock them out. But is only doing this now. This indicates that he can force throw Jedi and they're unable to resist his force with their force. And so he could just kill them at any time. And again, is he using his gauntlet or helmet, Cortosis weave stuff? Oh. And then he just slides it out. Look, they're already dead, but he decides to finish him off with a lightsaber. So that is 3 or 4. I think, no, that's 4 dead. He ran one through, then he sliced one across the belly, and then he's just taken out the 2 here. 4 Jedi Knights killed with apparent ease, even though the choreography is bad, and he should have been killed multiple times. That sets his power level to being insanely tough, okay? He is one of the strongest Sith warrior people we have seen. Like, only Palpatine really comes close to taking out Jedi, fully trained Jedi, that easily in such a short amount of time. So Disney have just gone, to me, this is like jumping the shark, where they just want their bad guy to be so super tough that they could have made it work. I'm not saying they can't have a super tough bad guy. The issue is that now they're not going to be consistent with the power level they've shown this guy having. He just wiped the floor with 4 fully trained Jedi, not breaking a sweat. All right? How do you think some of the other ones are going to fare then? Does he see her? I don't know. Oh, okay, he's going up to Mophead. Yord, I think his name is. And, let's see. So, Yord has a hurt leg. Didn't chop it off. He could have gotten up, couldn't he? Like, he you know, it was an ouchie on the leg. But he was lying there the whole time watching 3 other Jedi just get murked. And I guess his armor resists stunning thing, but he's only wearing a helmet and gauntlet. Why would that stun be deflected? Is it because he's just so powerful and tough? We know the helmet here blocks lightsabers, but nothing in Cortosis' weave type of armor indicates that it could block a stun, you know, blaster. And he's not wearing any other armor. He's just so tough. Okay, so that was the first engagement, and it was bad. Let's go to the next major lightsaber fighting part. Okay, so Osha was running away. Smilo finds her because he's wanting to kill her, apparently. Like, he specifically went out his way to follow her and then throw his lightsaber. Lightsaber's coming in at her. You know, she looks back. Let's see. She ducked. Oh no, it's deflected by Sol. The lightsaber, okay, so this is interesting, right? The lightsaber is deflected and it's gonna slice through 3 trees. Oh, by the way, yes, new lightsaber. This one is Jedi Survivor video game. My son's playing that and is really enjoying it. And he wants this one now because he likes the lightsaber from that video game. Okay, they could have chosen, because this was a VFX shot, the angle that the lightsaber slices through those trees, all right? And they could, the way to fix this, instead of having it on this angle here, just have it on that angle. Slide it down, because this creates a really comical thing. Slices through them, and Smiley just grabs it. All right, see the slices on the trees? Which way do you think the trees are going to fall? With the angle on, they wouldn't fall back. It just shows how sheltered the people are making this, that they don't even know which way a tree... Now, like, it would be in the shot. Okay, you could have reversed it, put the trees on the other side. It's very easy to have resolved this, okay? And they're defying gravity by falling back. It's just funny. Oh, my gosh. There is another question. Where was Sol during this whole time? The last we saw him, he was leading the charge against Smilo. He got force pushed. The only explanation that he got knocked out a bit longer than everyone else, but that's kind of lame. It's like, it clearly wasn't enough to knock out any of the other Jedi. So, Sol, what were you doing that whole time when your other Jedi friends were getting killed? So now Sol is facing off against Smilo, and he should be completely stuffed, shouldn't he? I mean, this guy just killed 4 fully trained Jedi. That's the power scale they're laying. Sol, I understand that they do establish him as somewhat of a master, all right? But as more powerful than 4 Jedi at the same time, that's what Smilo just took on. So come off it. No, Sol isn't that tough. But let's see how well he does. Oh, and then it cuts to the Acolyte. All right, they're about to engage. Whoa. That is... All right, that's a big overswing. He's like, all the way... Telegraphing. And then what is he aiming for? Like, Sol didn't even need to move aside to have that miss. Ugh. Then, look, they're both aiming for... What are they aiming for? They're both aiming above their heads. No, the target is in front. When you hit, you want to go right there. Hit them, you know, there. But instead of aiming there, they're literally up here. I mean, come on, guys. That is sad. And so they're both aiming above their heads at each other's lightsabers. That, like, they're not aiming... They're completely out of measure, so they're not close enough to each other's legs, and then they can hit each other's lightsaber. I don't know what this movement was. Again, Okay, Smilo is literally, he's going over to hit Sol's lightsaber on the other side. This is just aiming for each other's sword at this point. This is actually really bad. Oh, look at this dog crap spin. Oh, that's all, like, and Sol is just sitting there doing, like, Smilo leaves himself completely open. He's like, oh, by the way, here's my back, mate. And just, oh, Sol, all you need to do, hit down. Just go. Oh, look, I'm on your side. I'm here. Just hit down. Kill him. He's right there. Oh, that's real bad. Okay. Bad spin, comes in, kind of a clash, but it doesn't look like the sabers connect there. And then he goes in, and again, aiming for the lightsaber. Oh, look at this. This is just, like, literally. Okay, this one kind of knocking it aside, but with no follow-up, and fully putting his sword behind him. I also just need to point out something in the narrative here. Listen to what he says.
You carry a Jedi weapon.
Then his follow-up.
But you are no Jedi.
It's like, he doesn't know what the Sith are. That's very, because I thought every Jedi would know what the Sith are because of how big and evil they were. They had big battles with them, and they haven't been seen in a millennium, supposedly, right? But still, all the Jedi should know what a Sith is. And this guy, wearing a helmet, red lightsaber, evil guy, probably good chance he's a Sith. How did they identify Maul? Qui-Gon Jinn. Did Maul say, "Ha, I am a Sith"? They identified him. By the way, like, here, red lightsaber and bad guy. It's like, maybe he's a Sith. Qui-Gon, smart. Sol, who are you? Oh, you're using a Jedi weapon. So it cuts away, and so Sol is apparently just still fighting Smilo, and May is now leaving the hut. She grabbed the Wookiee Jedi's lightsaber, and the Padawan just comes in and drop kicks her. Which is kind of funny, okay. She could have killed her if she wanted, but no, she's trying to arrest her. You could incapacitate with a lightsaber easy enough. I actually started to wonder, does she even have her lightsaber? Because if you're wanting to subdue May, who has killed 2 Jedi before, right? And I think things have escalated enough that the most safe way to subdue such a dangerous assassin person like this is to just kill him. It's like, you need to stop him. Very dangerous, likelihood of escaping custody. So she could have just killed her right then. But no, Jedi won't do that. Yeah, they would. And so instead of grabbing out a lightsaber, we get into Unarmed. And this is the thing. May, does she have any qualms or restraint that might come from a certain ethical code? No. What does she have? She's also holding a lightsaber, but she doesn't bother to use it. And, oh, by the way, she also said she was going to turn herself into the Jedi last episode. Why isn't she saying, no, I'll turn myself in. You don't need to fight me. I'll tell you everything. He literally said she'll tell him everything. Now suddenly, no, she's not. She's fighting back. This show is so inconsistent. That punch was aimed at, like, see where it's aimed? Like, that's not... They're hitting for each other. Go for a throw. Spin. Grapple. I mean, fast pace, you're not going to notice a lot of it. Like, a lot of the finer, mistakes. Okay, right here. So, this is important because Jedi, whatever, Padawan girl, all right, she can do this to May. Game over. I mean, there's no contest. Just knock her again with the Force. She doesn't do it at all anymore. She does it once and then forgets she can even do that. Like, look at that. Like, that won you the fight. If she fights it back again, use the Force again. But she forgets she has the Force.
Under arrest for the murder of Master Indara.
You don't really need to read her rights if she's not subdued yet. And now she's fighting back. Just use the Force. You sure you can use the Force? Okay, so May shows that she's willing to use lethal force. By the way, what the hell was she aiming at? Okay, leg. She was aiming for the leg, but you know what you could have done? Instead of stabbing downways, stab sideways right into it. She doesn't even try and block. This is crap. Okay, so she could have killed it then, but also she's showing that she's willing to use lethal force. I wonder what she could have used to kill her. But she forgets she's holding a lightsaber. What? Jumping down, decides to move her arm further aside to let herself to be kicked by the Padawan. But Padawan, just use the Force. See what I mean? Smilo has forgotten that he could turn off. But remember that whole exchange we saw between Sol and Smilo? He could have deactivated Sol's lightsaber at any time with his helmet or gauntlet. But he forgets he has it. And here, the Padawan forgets that she can just push her with the Force and knock her out, basically. So she throws it at an electric console, spark, and then she kicks it. Like, I'm groaning because the Padawan could have ended this at any point. But this show doesn't understand power scales, okay? They forget that the Padawan has the Force. All right, so back to the fight between Smilo and Sol. And again, Smilo, deactivate his lightsaber at any moment. Sol doesn't even know he can do that. So what is he doing? Do you see how it just ruins everything? I'm just sitting here, like, there's no investment. He could kill Sol so easily. But he forgets he has the Cortosis helmets. All right, so they aim, hit, push aside. All right, I like that one. That actually looked like it was in measure. He had to lean back to dodge it, but here is the flaw. Where is Smilo's lightsaber? You know, if he did a compound movement where instead of just going back, he does that. He goes back and he didn't need to block Sol's lightsaber because he dodged. His lightsaber is positioned down, like right here, back, slices. They forget they're holding weapons as well. Gosh. This is crap. So, blocks, getting pushed back. That's a bit comical. Just if you're getting pushed back like that, you'll turn aside and hit them or something like that. Use the momentum against them. Sol aiming for air. Smilo, is he spinning? He did something weird. Okay, coming in for a block. Now they dance around, push it over top. They're in the bind. They're not taking advantage of the bind. Like, there's a lot of things you could do, especially with Sol going down like this, right? He just pushes it. That should have taken out his arm. Look at that. That was very close. Look at that overswing. He's completely open, and if Sol had any... So Smilo should be dead right here. Should have hit him. That is horrible. Instead, he poses, and Sol is moving back. Instead of taking... Smilo is literally presenting his whole unguarded body to Sol, and Sol's like, instead of defeating this evil villain, I'm going to literally withdraw and pose as well. Who's saying this fight scene is good? Come off it! So they talk about, take off the helmet. I won't. You could read my mind. Odd bit of, the helmet blocks Jedi mind reading, and Jedi mind is more sensing motions. But anyway. And then he goes to lunge, and they cut away. So Padawan and May still fighting. Don't know. Was that? Kind of. It was aimed right. That one was not bad. Good. That's I get really annoyed when someone dodges something and the attack wouldn't have even hit where they were. So at least that was done all right. Blocks, knees. Remember how I was saying I hate when they go and hit air or they're not aiming the body and the person still tries to dodge? Right there. Aiming for nothing. Low hits, slashes on the leg. And again, Padawan forgets she has the Force. Back to Sol and Smilo. Where are they aiming? They're aiming for their lightsabers. They're not trying to hit each other at all with that one. They move past. Okay, that's actually not bad. He has to dodge. See what I mean? When it's in measure, it looks better. That's the type of stuff we need. All right, Sol comes down for a hit. Literally, we know it's missing because it passes in front of Smilo right here, and this It's actually really bad. Oh, so Smilo is here. His guard is so low that a hit coming in will just hit him in the head. Okay? Like, he's not trying to guard his head. He's like there, and Sol aims the lightsaber, and if he was just a little bit closer in, would have sliced Smilo's head right in two. But it's purposely missed. This is sad. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, and pushes it aside. Again, not aiming for the opponent. Sol doesn't dodge then. That is just Smilo missing on purpose. Oh my gosh. Missing on purpose again. Sol could have chopped off his arm. Doesn't do it. And then Smilo knocks his lightsaber aside. All right, those exchanges were awful. Really bad. Okay, so Smilo's coming in for a wide slash. See how the lightsaber moves past Sol before Sol tries to lean back? That's him, Smilo, missing on purpose. Sol should have been chopped in half. And pay attention to how many times this has happened so far. This is awful. Did I need to stop and call out so much crap when I was reviewing Anakin versus Obi-Wan Kenobi? Like this, I don't know. This is loaded with dog crap choreography, okay? No, this is people saying it's the best they've ever done. This is awful. All right, big telegraphed overhead swing, blocks it. That's all right. Telegraph swing to the side, aiming low, aiming for the lightsabers again. Aiming for the lightsaber again as well. Does he try and knock it aside? Oh, he does a spin. Look at this. He does a spin, presenting his back. Okay, so Smilo should again be dead. If Sol just takes advantage and stabs forward, Smilo will be dead there. Instead, and then he spins to do a back kick. Again, they've shown Sol is open enough to land a kick where he literally spins around, exposes his back, take his time to land a kick, which is he could have done it with his lightsaber right there, and he chooses to do a kick instead. I hate that when it happens. And that was so powerful, he's defeated. Sol is now on the ground. He can barely move. Look at him. Okay, so Smilo, you said you're going to kill everyone. Why aren't you killing him? I'm going to switch lightsabers again. I really like this one. Two-handed one. Yeah. Okay, now he gets up. And where is Smiley? He's like, see ya, I'm done. What? He's literally at his mercy. He could have just ended it. But Smiley decides, I'll let you live for now. Even though I'm going to try and kill you. That's crap. And we are back to the Padawan. May fight. Still, remember, both of them have lightsabers. May has already shown she's willing to use lethal force against the Padawan. But she doesn't choose to use... she's got I'll use my daggers, not the lightsaber. Oh, this is dumb. And remember, when I first watched this, I thought the Padawan just must have dropped her lightsaber because surely they couldn't be that dumb for her to risk her life. May's trying to use lethal force against her, right? So May's trying to kill her, right? She wouldn't be that dumb to not use the lightsaber to at least incapacitate her, get an advantage, threaten her to tell her to stop or anything like that. They couldn't be that dumb, right? I need to stop giving these people the benefit of the doubt, Disney Star Wars, because, yeah, she has her lightsaber on it the entire time, as you'll see. All right, so we don't really see what's going on then. Padawan's blocking. And now May has the dagger pointing to her throat. So I'm laughing because I remember what happens here. So Padawan, she could maybe I don't mind the whole back, it would hurt your head, the back head. But instead she's going to headbutt the arm. What, ready? Ready? She headbutts the arm. And then and look, that one actually doesn't look like it connected at all, but you can't really see. But still, headbutting the arm, that is... She goes for a trip, knocks her down, and finally puts the cuffs on. Oh, that was awful because it was just like the whole time, use the Force, you could knock her out with the Force, use the lightsaber, or did you have the, it was just annoying as a result. Okay, so May must have dropped her lightsaber. So maybe May didn't have her lightsaber to use against Jackie. But we need to double check this because we can clearly see May holding the lightsaber as the Padawan comes and kicks her. She gets kicked, knocked over. She's still holding the lightsaber when she falls down. Doesn't drop it. And then the next cut, we don't see the lightsaber lying on the ground anywhere. And so to me, it feels like she hooked it onto her belt between the cuts. The lightsaber isn't anywhere to be seen on the ground. And even from this angle, it's not anywhere to be seen. We clearly see May still holding it after being knocked down. But now look what the Padawan does. She grabs the other guy's lightsaber. So she reaches for her lightsaber. She had it on her the whole time, but she didn't bother to use it because she's an idiot. Great stuff. And Smilo, instead of having killed Sol, which he could have, he decided to go after May, who's clearly a bigger threat. All right, and he's on his way. She deflects it, and so Smiler was just going for a kill then. You know what he could have done? He could have used his gauntlet and deactivated and just stabbed her. But he's forgotten he has that. Okay, misses completely, and, she's kind of leaning back a little bit, not enough. Really wide overswing there. That's a half and a half. Aiming for each other's lightsabers low. Aiming, what are they aiming for at all? They're just aiming for nothing as well as the opponent's lightsabers. Goes down. Jackie wasn't even in that position. That's so out of measure. Okay. Again, okay, that one might have hit. That's an actual fair block. He does a spin, though. A useless spin is not offending back. So, Obi-Wan Anakin actually had some really good spin. In fact, let's take a quick look at some of my commentary from my Obi-Wan vs. Anakin fight scene autopsy, just so we can compare. So, out of all the spins we've seen in this fight scene, each one is actually plausible, which is phenomenal stuff. This is actually very technically impressive, the way that they're pulling off these spins. And it shows because, look, spins add movement to a fight scene, which makes it look really impressive and engaging. And the more flashy, impressive, kind of complex maneuvers you can put in a fight scene, the cooler kind of drawn in and engaged you get, because that's what makes a good fight scene. Moves that look technically impressive, hard to pull off, and so we're just like, whoa, that's cool. The problem is when people add spins in to try and achieve that, which undermines the technical aspects of the sword fighting itself. But what we're seeing here, the spins aren't actually undermining the swordsmanship. They're technically plausible, which is just brilliant. This honestly makes this fight scene one of the best choreographed fight scenes I've seen, in my opinion. That shows that whoever did the choreography for Anakin, Obi-Wan, they were paying attention, and they actually knew somewhat how swords are used, how you fight with them. People who choreograph this doesn't seem like they do at all. So Smilo does a spin, exposes his back. Padawan doesn't take advantage. And by the way, she's holding her own. She's a untrained Padawan. And if people say, oh, Obi-Wan was a Padawan and he held his own against Darth Maul, Smilo is 10 times stronger than Darth Maul. He took out all these Jedi easy, all right? And also, Darth Maul was an apprentice. Obi-Wan was near the end of his training. He gets promoted to Jedi Knight at the end of that film. So it's not a fair comparison or valid comparison at all. This Padawan here, she was training with a stick before with all the other noobs. She is inexperienced, still well within her training time, not completed. No way in hell she'd be able to hold her own, keep at bay Smilo, let alone get an advantage, which they show her doing, and it's got no validity or substance to it at all. Okay, singing. Hitting back, that's an odd kind of move. Jackie isn't doing anything. Is it Jackie? I think that's her name. Gets kicked. Okay, maybe, because I'm not saying you can never do an unarmed attack. And if you're in such a position where your lightsaber, or your weapon is pushed aside and there is an opening with your limb where you couldn't reach it with your weapon, yeah, take advantage. This is one of the few instances that we've seen where, okay, that one actually works. But of course, you know what Jackie could have done? So Smilo pulls his lightsaber back. Jackie is just standing there with her lightsaber, and all she has to do to kill Smilo here is just kill him. Because he exposes himself completely. She just stands there and takes it. Holy crap, that's bad. Falls down, and yeah, she has no hope. Oh, what was that? She is just aiming for nothing. And look, Smilo sweeps it aside. This one, finally, something that actually would have hit. She needs to block, otherwise she's chopped in two. That's only happened a couple of times where we see stuff like that and see what he does here? Swings his lightsaber out. He could have sliced her in two because the Padawan doesn't do anything to deflect it. Instead, Smilo intentionally aims for the lightsaber, and he could have just killed her so easily then. Oh my gosh, this fight scene is dog crap. Come on. And people might say, oh, you should judge a fight scene on how fast and flashy it is and stuff, and you get engaged. No. Because you can have fast and flashy and make something that isn't retarded, okay? We've seen fast and flashy and mostly legitimate stuff, like legitimate moves that just draw you in and it really engages you. Obi-Wan vs. Anakin. I've done the autopsy on it. Check it out. This does not hold a candle to the prequel lightsaber fighting. Not at all. This is some of the worst we've seen, par for the course for Disney Star Wars. The only difference that they've changed, right, in terms of this, what we see here, versus what Disney Star Wars seen in others, it's a bit faster. The movements are just as crap. They're just as, oh, I'll aim for the person who's not even there. I'll aim for air. I'll try and hit your lightsaber. I'll kick you when I could have killed you. Or you're at my mercy and I'll just move. This is full of such crap. It's baffling that people are praising it so much. Smilo they're just aiming for the air. That. And then to be so off balance that you throw yourself off both of them like that is awful, right? And then she's just kind of running away. Oh, look at this. Pushes off a bit of dirt. And this type of move right here is really bad. It's like you see it a mile away. Like he could easily block, right? Instead of blocking flat on, you can block on an angle. And so you block the incoming strike as well as slicing up and just go like that. And she'd be dead. Okay? Does Smiley do that? What? It looks like he misses. And then okay. For the aim to have hit him, he needs to have kept his arm there, and then it would have come down and hit him there. But instead, because she's purposely missing him, that's what they're doing in this choreography, he needs to put his arm to the side to let it hit his gauntlet. And only now is he using the supposed Cortosis gauntlet to deactivate the saber. And he could have, look at how slow he's moving. He could have sliced her in two. See that? Holy crap. Look at that. He's just like, ooh. If he was fast, she would have been dead. Yep, deactivate. And so he pauses a decent amount, but then he finally starts to move in and attack her while her lightsaber isn't working. But he gives her enough time to grab her other one and block it with that. And then they just pose and hold it. Not taking advantage of the bind. Is he surprised that, she's got another one? It turns off after several seconds. She smiles and is like, now I'm going to go girl boss on ya. And she's a Padawan, right? This guy murked 4 Jedi with ease and is struggling against her. Come off it. Okay. He needed to move back, but she's spinning and now he could kill her pretty easily with that. Okay. See where his head is? Watch where her lightsaber comes in. See that? Would have missed him. He didn't even need to have dodged then. And so, because my lightsaber that's at the top of his head. At the top of his head right then. Missed by a mile. All right. Comes in for another spin. Misses again. Spins again, exposing her back, right? I don't know what he was aiming at. air again. Oh my gosh. And this is, I think, what the main thing that people like going, oh, this is so cool. If you look at it, they're not even aiming for each other. Gosh. Now look at this one. Double aiming for air. Misses completely. Aiming for their lightsabers. Again. They're not even trying to hit each other. That's how bad this is, right? Aiming low, aiming for the other weapon. She's not really utilizing the fact that she's got two really well, and she's holding the other one in reverse grip. Come on. So kind of needs to... What is she aiming for here? Look where that's going. Holy crap, this is awful. So, knocks it there. Again, you can't really see what happened there, but his back is exposed. My gosh. Does he try and block with the Cortosis? Hang on, that looked like it hit the Cortosis armband. But it doesn't deactivate. It looked like they don't do the sound effect to make it seem like it hits, but the only reason that lightsaber bounces off is because it must have... Look, he even pushes up. That's deflecting. He pushes up, and he's either his arm is chopped off, or he struck it with his Cortosis armband, but it doesn't deactivate. They can't even be consistent with their own episode. They introduce something and they can't even remember how it works. Gosh, and then she just kicks him. Like, if she could have kicked him, see, you've got a lightsaber right there. Instead of kicking, right, with the side, just slash. And his lightsaber is completely behind him. This is crap. Moves back, she misses again. He lunges in, and we cut away. Padawan, again, what is she aiming for? Have a look. See the lightsabers come in? He doesn't even need a dodge. And it looks like it literally travels through his lightsaber because it's not bouncing off. And... so the lightsabers just pass through each other at that point. She spins, exposing her back. He does a telegraph. And she tries to do a double kind of lightsabery blocky thing. Like, here is the thing. It's funny because they actually do this later on. This is how she dies. Smilo, instead, he ends up having two. And look at that, I got two lightsabers to demonstrate. Instead of blocking like this, okay, she could have easily just blocked with one and killed with the other. That's how she dies. That's how Smiley kills her. So they know that it's possible, but, you know, she's not supposed to die yet. So we're going to make convoluted, arbitrary, that is just going, oh, she's going to do this way because we need to... You can actually have good choreography and achieve what you want in the story without making contrived nonsense like this. And so he's blocking, he pushes her aside, gets thrown over, and she withdraws, doesn't take advantage of his exposed back, and sees that May is running away. Alright, so he comes in, she slaps aside. So one of the things that you want to do when you're using two lightsabers is you want to use one for defense and one for attack, okay? And so you can deflect and attack and you use them in tandem, okay? She is just flailing out like, and she's throwing one of the lightsabers behind her while she's using the other one. And yes, I have sparred dual wielding and it can be really effective, not the way she's using it. Flailing around. Oh, I don't even know what she's aiming for at this point. Smiley doesn't... Now she's just spinning around for the sake of spinning. Not really hitting him. This is just dancing at this point. This isn't fighting. This is just like... This achieves nothing. Oh, that's crap. Okay. It'll look flashy. People who like dancing will like it. But no, absolutely no validity in doing that. And I'm not saying you can't include like a spin like that. Achilles versus Hector in Troy. Achilles gets the stab down on Hector by doing kind of a spin attack, flustering him and pushing it. Slash, miss, bang! It's almost like each one was a misdirect, throwing Hector off balance. He doesn't really know the attacks are coming really, really fast. It goes bang, 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 slash, right in. That looks friggin' badass. That's good spinning. This is a great example of where you can sell some more flamboyant, even spinning over the top moves in a more realistic way. And then it feels more authentic, more immersive, and it just lands with a bang. It's great. Spinning while moving back, there's just, you're actually at points not having a defense. If you just withdraw and keep your guard up, it's much safer, but it doesn't look as cool. Still, you could include flashy things and have it make sense. Alright, and so he comes in, slices the lightsaber, and now she only has one. And instead of ending it, just like Sol, he leaves. It's because, he has to get May, and May left, and so he can't, he could have killed her in a couple of seconds, especially now that she's lost her lightsaber and she was on the back foot. He decides to just leave. Okay. She's just standing there like, where did he go? So May is running away here, and the timing that they've shown is that she had a good head start on Smilo, right? So somehow, through, I don't know, evil Sith magic, Smilo is in front of her. And just, tries to kill her. No hesitation. Not really sure what he's aiming at there. And she has to dodge. But they don't care about continuity. How did he get in front? Did he have a speeder that he jumped on hidden away or something? They don't explain it. It's just because reasons, right? So this hit here, it looks like he's intentionally chopping her cuffs off. But I thought he tried to kill her before, and if they're just saying that she did it or dodged it or something, it does not work out. Doesn't look that way. Okay, so no, he is trying to kill her. So what? He accidentally released her from the cuffs because, just conveniently, Sol, where have you been through the time that remember, there was this drawn-out fight scene that he had with the Padawan there. What was he doing that whole time? He got up, right? And he was looking around, okay? Can he not hear lightsaber clash or anything? That whole time, he doesn't help his Padawan, and then suddenly, for some reason, he decides to follow Smilo, and then now he's coming in. Their continuity of just where things are is awful in this show. I'll use the Force, right? And that's one that it looks like he has to... Did he have to dodge? I don't know. He was already leaning low. Looks like the Padawan just missed on purpose there. Sol comes in, misses completely. They're both aiming for his lightsaber there. And now, instead of actually hitting him, Jackie, or whatever her name is, with a lightsaber right here, decides to swing it behind herself. Look what she does here. And look, Smilo is completely open on his side. She could have killed it. This is what I mean. As soon as you now have more than two people, they don't know what to do with this choreography. And now Smilo's open to Sol. Sol doesn't take advantage of it at all. Jackie blocks. Sol decides to come down and kick him. Smilo's weapon is now engaged and taken out of the picture because he's blocking Jackie's downways attack. So Sol, instead of stabbing him, because right there, he's dead, Sol decides to kick him, even though he has this is so stupid. This is as bad as the Last Jedi throne room scene, that move right there. He could have, just run him through. But I'm just going to decide to kick this horrible, evil assassin Sith that wants to kill everyone, murdered 4 Jedi already. I'll just kick him instead of, ending the threat. Oh my gosh. Jackie, or Padawan, aims at nothing. Sol gets his lightsaber deflected. She spins around, not doing really anything, leaving herself open. They wait to be able to clash each other's lightsabers again, not aiming for anyone. She spins because it's not her turn. Sol comes in. What is happening here? She, kicks him in the foot. Sol misses on purpose right then, even though Smilo's clearly off balance. Gosh, the Jedi in this show deserve to get killed. They're that incompetent. My goodness. Big telegraph hit. Sol comes in, grabs him this time. Oh, come off it! Sol is literally holding Smilo's lightsaber at bay. He's like, all right, free shot, open, kill him, Padawan. And she comes in and kicks him. Your lightsaber's right there. You can kill him, but instead you're going to kick him because you're a retard. Come off it, I can't stand this crap. Oh my gosh. Do you see, how are we supposed to be invested in this fight when you have dumb crap like that happening? And then there's May. What is she going to do? She'll run. Yeah, she's a coward. All right, clashing. What is he aiming for here? He misses completely. Does a wide thing. And now he runs away because he can't let May go. Is that his, motivation? He'll even leave Jedi that are threats that come in and, try and kill him later. He'll leave them alive just to chase May. Yeah, he could kill her at any time. He's got the Force powers. Padawan comes in blocks. Where's Sol at this point? Oh no, Sol's coming in behind. He jumps down. We don't get to see what he's doing. Probably missed on purpose. They do that a lot in this fight scene. So up until this point, Osha and the other Jedi guy he has been, no, there's no chance. I've given an order. You're not going back. And her logic is this.
What is it?
We have to go back.
Okay, we have to go back. Why?
He's gonna kill them.
He's gonna kill. That was his intention before. And Mop Top, he saw this guy kill the other 4 Jedi, so he knows that chances are he's probably going to kill the others. This doesn't change the equation. He's like, no, that means if it's that dangerous, we really need to get you to safety. But that seems to be the thing that now convinces him, even though it's not a new argument. He had that information before. The creatures. Oh, she knows what to do. Okay, she's going to draw the creatures, get them to follow them, and that's going to be the thing, this guy killed 4 Jedi. Those Jedi are more of a threat than these stupid creatures in the forest. And he disagrees. Yep, time to go back. Okay, sure, whatever. All right. His mind has changed easily. Back to the fighting. What the hell? Padawan could have killed him. Misses completely. Like his lightsaber is on this side. See, that's the red lightsaber there. Nothing to block it. Padawan is just flailing around, aiming for air. Spinning, doing nothing. Okay, that one kind of was close, but that could be just like a missed measure thing, he just wasn't close enough. Holy crap. So Smiler's lightsaber blocks Jackie's. What is Sol's one doing here? Sol comes in and just misses. That, see, that Smiler should be dead right then. But okay, he decides to miss on purpose. This is such constant wall-to-wall crap. It's relentless. Oh, gosh. Smilo's now, reverse gripping? And he came down. Sol, don't know what he's doing, just flailing around. Do you see what I mean? As soon as you have more than 2, the people who are making this, they don't know what to do with that third person. Sol is just here flailing around. He's just like, and now he comes in, block. Now Padawan doesn't know what to do. She's going to flail around. Now Sol is blocking Padawan. They get caught up. Oh, and so finally, Smilo remembers, hey, I can deactivate lightsabers at any time, and decides to now deactivate, even though he could have done it ages ago. And instead of killing him instantly, see that deactivation? He headbutts him. Now Sol's lightsaber's gone. Just, it's game over. Done. And look at this. Completely open, right? And instead of killing him, he misses completely. He doesn't even aim for him. Oh my gosh. Because Sol's head is here, okay? Let's see where that lightsaber doesn't even come close to where Sol's head was. Oh gosh, this is crap. And he could have done it any time. What is he? Okay, so Sol blocks the head, pushes it over, punches him again, and at any time, Smilo has his lightsaber and it's down. He's getting hit, or if he just stabs up, Sol's dead. So all of this is complete. Oh, now he decides to use that. And what is he aiming for? Swings right overhead. Oh, this is so bad, it's depressing. Sol trips him over, throws him, and now Jackie comes in and misses complete. How did she miss this? He's holding his lightsaber in reverse then, and she just misses completely. He barely leans back, so that's not a dodge. And then she decides to miss again. What is she aiming for? And then he decides to aim at nothing. They're just flailing around, not even trying to hit each other. This is 3 consecutive strikes where she is aiming at air. Not aiming for it, misses. Aims at air again. Aims at air, misses again. Look at that. And he aims at air, misses. I don't know what's happening with that movement. Comes around, throws it. He not even aiming for it. This is all crap. Wow. And he is so open here. If he, like, both of them could kill each other at this point. He could easily go up because her, or she could go down. This is crap. They did it again. They did it again. And this is like a crucial point, right? See where she is at? She's right here. Okay. Instead of like striking with the lightsaber, like there, right? She decides to elbow him when he's open. He's just gonna get killed him. Just strike right there. Sorry, the lightsaber effects are really cool. Check that out. Like, ooh, ah. But anyway, just kill him. But no. Instead, this is such crap. And she does it twice. That whole time she could have just sliced his head off or sliced him in half, because if he hits the helmet, it might turn off. Aim it a little lower, right? And just hit him. That whole time, you could have just gone slash. So look at this. His lightsaber turns into 2, and it comes out the opposite end. Comes down. It's like, that's not how lightsabers work. Because it feels like it's shortened it. Maybe like his lightsaber's only that big, only this big, right? The whole time. Which would it affect its size? And this one was just there the whole time that he decides to never use. By the way, he could just use his Cortosis gauntlet. But instead, all right, he does what Jackie should have done. She comes in like a suicide run. He blocks and does something actually clever, which is what I was saying Jackie could have done, when instead of her doing a bubble block, right, you block and you stab. And he, for good measure, he stabs 3 times. Bang, bang, bang. Now, the reason why he stabbed 3 times is because in Disney Star Wars, getting stabbed with a lightsaber is so easily survivable, he needs to stab her 3 times just to make sure she's dead. But then, having said that, with knowing Disney Star Wars, I'll probably still have her survive this, because they're that incompetent. Oh my gosh. And Sol, like, that whole time, what was he doing? Like, look, I'm going back, right? See all this exchange that's going back? All this whole time, Sol is just off-screen doing nothing. So he could easily force pull his lightsaber into his hand and back up his Padawan. She's coming in, doing all this, like, flailing around. Oh, this is so messy, right? Even playing at full speed, he was aiming at nothing. She could have ended it right there. Gosh, just playing it back makes it worse. And Sol, this whole time, Sol is doing nothing. And did you not see that he's got 2 lightsabers now? And then this attack, right? This attack really shows the level of skill she should have had the whole time. She's an amateur, she's a noob, right? And so she just comes in like a, flailing child, which makes sense for her training level, and gets murked. And it is over. But Sol, like, it's your... What were you doing, mate? What were you doing that whole time? No! Absolute crap. But look, I found this character very annoying, and so I'm kind of glad I don't have to put up with her in the show anymore. And it's a character, I'm not wishing death on anyone, it's a fictional character that I'm glad I don't have to suffer through. And this was the reveal. I was like, hang on. It was so obviously him in my reviews on Night's Watch. I was like, I think they're making it too obvious now. I think it's a misdirect.
That's the thing, is like usually we give these people more credit than they deserve. And all of a sudden,
all the time.
Like, Hellbrand. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
Like, you would think, they're not going to make it Hellbrand. That would be ridiculous. And it's like...
Because it's like, it was so obvious from the very first meeting. Yeah. It's like, gee, I wonder who he is.
So... if they make it something else, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, that they had the foresight, because most likely they're just going to do the obvious thing and they think it's clever.
1 week later.
Wow, they are that incompetent. Yeah. They were making it so obvious. The only thing that was making me think that it would be someone else is that they couldn't be that dumb to make it that obvious and think that they're going to have some interesting reveal. So they get distracted by Osha arriving. He throws his cloak. Oh no, it was May or whatever. And he just forces... Okay, Sol goes to fight it. He Easily deflects, he flails around, poses, and then he's going to threaten the life of a girl who has murdered 2 Jedi already, tried to murder other people. She's a bad guy. And so the bad guy, to try and stop the good guy, is going to threaten the life of his compatriot, the other bad guy. This is like Naked Gun levels of ridiculousness.
Stay where you are, Drilling.
I see.
Two can play at that game.
Or what's the one from Blazing Saddles?
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Hold it. The next man makes a move, the gets it.
Hold it, man. He's not bluffing. Listen to him, man. He's just crazy enough to do it.
It's that level of ridiculousness, except they're doing it unironically. So I'll be like, hang on, you're threatening the life of the evil person? Like, that's not going to work. And then just... so dumb. Like, why would he? He's trying to stop that lady. And then he's actually going to surrender, basically. Turns his lightsaber. Oh, wow. He throws his lightsaber away, a full surrender. And it's like, you might be saying, oh, but it's because, you know, he cares so much about the life of May. It's like, May's evil, really evil, okay? And by him doing this, by this guy, like, surrendering, effectively, all the future evil that Smiler Ren does is going to be on him. But this isn't as bad as what he does, okay? It gets worse. Interesting. Mop Top pulls the helmet to his hand. I guess he did see Smiler use the helmet, headbutt, you know, deactivate the other lightsabers. And so he knows it can be done. All right, so he's going to try and use a tactic to... Oh, and he... deactivates... First move. That's like, this should be the leading move. Smiler deactivates, what's-his-face's lightsaber with his gauntlet. He comes in, but gets his deactivated. And now... they're just, facing off against each other.
You, surprise.
But it's not going to last long. Pulls him aside, breaks his arm, throws him, and then game over. Like, here's the thing. Smiler Ren should be able to defeat every single one of these Jedi as easy as that, because they've established him being on that power level. He does it here. Sorry, he does it right here. All right? And he killed the other Jedi that easily. This is how easily he should be able to handle the Padawan, who's like, she's less trained than him. He did barely lasted 5 seconds. But he's taken out instantly. That's the power scale they've established, but they can't be consistent. But not even Sol would be able to hold his own very long. All right? They've just gone way overboard with this guy's power level, but then they forget how strong he is, and he forgets he can disarm them with his Cortosis stuff. It's just continual crap. But at least there is another annoying character we don't have to put up with. May's trying to get away, and Osha stuns her with the stun gun. At this point, I might be able to pay, because they do this thing in Star Wars, emotions can give you some type of additional force, you know, power stuff. And so Sol is just seen 2 of his friends die. I could have paid it, except that he goes a little berserk. Why doesn't he force pull his lightsaber back to his hand? Why isn't he? This is dumb. And by the way, this guy's lightsaber should have had enough time to turn on by now. It only lasted, what, a couple of seconds? 5 seconds? 10? More than that has passed. Hitting. And so this is just basic kind of hand-to-hand. It's actually better hand-to-hand than what we saw between, the Padawan and May before. Again, why isn't he just grabbing his lightsaber? He seems to be less capable hand-to-hand, Smiler Ren here. Even though he did take out the other Jedi unarmed and just snap his neck instantly. So this actually isn't terrible. But again, a couple of things, it's one-on-one. They do better the choreography with one-on-one. The hand-to-hand choreography seems to be done by different people, because in the other episodes, the hand-to-hand choreography wasn't terrible. This part isn't terrible. Now you could have done that at any time. You idiots. And Smilo's like, oh, he was essentially disarmed because they're taking forever for his lightsaber to turn back on. Gosh. See what I mean? Even if that was half, decent choreography, I mean, I say it wasn't terrible, right? It was undermined by the fact that I'm just thinking, just grab your lightsaber, at all times, Smilo's disarmed. And so I can't get invested or feel like any enjoyment in it because I'm just thinking, you're not doing the obvious thing. Wow, and so Smilo's defeated. His lightsaber isn't turning on. He could just kill him right here. He goes to... Why? Osha comes in, tells him to stop. Why? Are you serious? Like, of course kill him! This isn't like a Jedi morals thing. No, Jedi morals I think would be perfectly aligned with you ending this horrible, vile, evil threat, right? While you can. He says he's going to kill everyone. He's so powerful that you probably aren't guaranteed to be able to keep him in custody. The only smart and I think even moral thing to do here is to end his life. But why does she care about him? Why does she want to save his life? In fact, she's going to try and kill him moments later. Like, maybe, no, I've got a plan to kill him. I don't want you to kill him. That would ruin my plan. I've been, pulling the monsters with me with my flashlight. And then, this is so dumb. Sol actually listens and he lowers his lightsaber. Every single death this guy goes on to do now is Sol's fault. Good job, mate. And so the creatures, they've been following, remember? And I don't know why she has to sacrifice her droid, but she does. She just doesn't have a flashlight, I guess. And I don't know why the flashlight sticks to Smilo Ren's back here either.
Sol.
And so remember, she just stopped Sol from killing him, okay? And now she's about to do something to try and...
The Jedi do not attack the unarmed.
It seems to imply that Sol knows what she's going to do. She, indicated the monsters, right? And so Sol's like, the Jedi do not attack the unarmed, but letting someone else do the dirty work to kill him, which is seemingly what they're implying he's doing here, because he knows she's going to attract the creatures to attack him, is effectively pulling the trigger yourself. Don't give me this cop-out saying, I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you. That's effectively you doing the job, right? It's a death. You are causing their death by omission. You're not committing the act, but by your inaction, you are allowing it to happen. It's just as bad. But are the writers that naive to not realize that? Gosh.
Rules. If you never follow them, you have to break them.
And so he pulls his lightsaber to him, which he could have done at any time. I didn't even remember that he dropped it. I thought it just got deactivated when Mophead, touched it with a thing. But still, either of them could have pulled it to them when they were in that fight. How does it stick to his back? Does it got an adhesive on it suddenly? But okay, so she puts it to his back, right? Thing is though, his lightsaber was out. Wouldn't that have been enough to attract the creatures? But I guess this is a brighter light, right? Can't get it off. Creatures come, and again, it's like, you spared his life, but you won't save it. And her action right then, putting the light on his back, was the act that is now supposedly causing his death. Of course, he's not going to die. But that's what they're thinking. So then why did she try and save his life before? So contradictory. So yeah, he kills a couple. But by the way, suddenly he's struggling against these creatures. No, and he could easily slice them up. He's just deciding to not use his lightsaber at this point. Gosh. And then they're like, oh, that got him. Just, no, that's not a chance. And you really think he's not going to survive that? They believe that has done him in. And they're like, oh, good, job done, time to go. It's like, no, you've seen how tough he is. Of course he's going to live. And you just know narratively they're not going to have him die that way. It's so obvious. They didn't show his body. He's not dead. And there we go. That is The Acolyte episode 5. And wow, that was crap. So much of it. Complete crap. And that was a long draw. There was a lot of fighting to review there, and we got through basically all of it. It ends with May confronting Osha, or Osha confronting May, knocking out the lightsaber haircut. I might need to quickly show that. You see, May here is going to do the old switcheroo. And so she's knocked out her sister, which of course, because her sister has shown no combative prowess at all. Oh, power scaling, pay attention to that. Look at this, you know. So of course it makes sense she knocks it out. And then she's going to do this, right? Because her hair is like the same at the front, but at the back is a bit of an issue, right? And so she's got like these extensions on the back. So she pulls someone's lightsaber. I forget whose that was. I think it was Mop Top's. He had the yellow one. She leans down, ignites it. Are we ready for it? And they're showing it smoking and everything. Okay? And it's like perfectly cut the sides. No, for it to hang down and cut there, the sides would still be hanging way down, but then suddenly it's perfectly cut to be the same as her twin sisters, enough to fool the guy. What's his name? Soul. He's not going to smell the hair, burning hair. It's not going to realize it isn't cut right, even though suddenly it is perfectly cut. But also, like, May has a mark on her forehead. That could give it away as well. And the fact that, doesn't he have the Force? Wouldn't he be able to sense, like, intention and emotion? It's just crap. And now we're done. It's like, okay, I'm sorry if you pay attention, even the smallest amount, these fight scenes in the episode break apart. This is like on par with the poor quality we've seen from Disney Star Wars again and again. It's nearly as bad as the throne room fight scene and Rey versus Kylo on the destroyed Death Star. It's just a bit faster, okay? And only occasionally was there a move here or there that, okay, but most of it was just complete crap. They were barely aiming for each other at all. They were constantly hitting air or aiming for the other lightsabers, or when there was more than two, the other person just flailing around. I'm sorry, no, this was awful. But there we go, we made it. Fully detailed breakdown of The Acolyte episode 5. But that's what we do here on Fight Scene Autopsy. Thank you to you guys for watching the video. And remember, check out Damien's Saber if you're interested in these pretty darn cool lightsabers. They got lots of settings, lots of colors, different ways to... different ways to ignite, different colors and everything. These are actually genuinely really cool. Whoa, the blue looks good on that one. So yes, there is an affiliate link in the description below, and if you want to check out a good fight scene, check out my fight scene autopsy of Anakin versus Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith. It's a lot of fun, and there is a lot to appreciate in it, unlike the one we just analyzed here. So do go check it out, and until that time, farewell.